These are some awful, awful photos. But this was me. I'm Kev. I'm an online fitness coach, and I clearly don't know what I'm doing when it comes to business. This is the most bushwhack setup, the worst pitch you're ever gonna see. But I know that you don't care about my fancy training knowledge or what the nutrition looks like to get in this kind of shape. I know that you do want one thing though, and that is results. So if that does interest you, of course, we spend a long time, we spend our entire life in this one body. I'm sure you can spend just a few minutes learning how to make it the kind of body that you've always aspired to have. Because as you can see, it took me quite a long time to get in this kind of shape. It took me a long time of learning and refining my methods. I've always been a driven guy. I've always been ambitious. For that reason, I was actually raised quite academically, so I was always quite out of shape growing up. And as you can see, years later, I was still quite out of shape because even though I'd been training for quite a long time at this point, you can see I had a little bit of muscle there. I just didn't have the kind of framework that suited my lifestyle. I was following all the same outdated approaches, and especially as life happened, as responsibilities mounted, I actually ended up getting my dream career, and I quickly realized that that was holding me back from my personal goals. That's what led me to looking like that. This required me to do a little bit of digging. I had to think outside the box. I had to think outside of the usual things that are peddled in the fitness industry, the usual training 5 to 6 times a week, eating 6 meals a day from a Tupperware, loads of chicken and broccoli. I had to figure out something that I could consistently stick to get results. And fast forward, I run Pinnacle coaching, where we get guys into the shape of their lives. The kind of results that just isn't just dropping 20 to 40 pounds. It's the kind of result that is having a body that makes you want to have your top off, that makes you feel confident and capable. Because if you're like me, if you found that you're being held back, then maybe you know what it's like to feel like you're losing control, to feel like everything's getting on top of you and you just can't do something. It's a paralyzing, awful, awful feeling. And it brings me great pleasure to help guys get out of that rut and find this approach that they can finally stick to and get incredible results for life. So how exactly did I do that? Because that seems like quite a big jump from where I was previously. Well, first things first, I went to uni, I got a degree, I've done the research. I wanted to find out what really worked, what is proven to work time and time again. I trained with some of the best athletes on the planet and actually ended up coaching IFBB pro bodybuilders to place in their pro shows. So I wanted something that was so effective that it would even work for the best of the best. And I wanted to use the research to make it so simple in application that even though it could work for the highest level of physiques, it would be so simple to apply that even busy executives and anyone focused on their career and wanting an approach that fit their lifestyle would be able to get incredible results from this. This led to me actually coaching other coaches, being recruited to educate other industry leaders on how to get better results for their clients. I want to leave my mark on this industry. I want to create this approach that so many people use that it just becomes the household name, the approach that people know will get you in shape around your lifestyle. So this is an approach that other coaches have been able to take some influence from. But I promise I'm not just another PT that's going to send you a PDF plan, and this isn't just another influencer app. What this resulted in was me actually being able to finally build the physique of my dreams and compete in bodybuilding completely naturally and drug-free. This all stemmed from a problem-solving approach, using the knowledge that I developed over these years to overcome the bottlenecks that are typically holding people like myself back. And that is the usual outdated approach of thinking that you need to be training 6-7 times a week for hours on end in the gym every single time. All that this does is ruin your recovery. Think, this is the average approach. Most people do this. They read the magazines, they follow the influencers, those influencers who were blessed with abs from when they were 5 years old, still live with their parents and have never had to work a day in their lives, plenty of whom are using anabolic steroids. And this is why most people cannot get the results that they want. They're following the same approach. And of course, in the words of Albert Einstein, the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. They think that you need to be eating like a rabbit, having just chicken and veg from a Tupperware. But the thing is that you probably fall into one of these categories. You probably find that either you're following a plan but you're not getting results. This is for one or two reasons: because the plan is outdated and it doesn't actually work that effectively, or it is kind of effective, but you can't even stick to it because it doesn't account for your lifestyle. You can't enjoy meals with your partner. You can't be flexible with work dinners. So of course you're not getting the results. You can't actually carry out that plan because it's just not meant for someone like you. Or you're the other type of person which just doesn't even have a plan in the first place. You're just winging it. Maybe you're working hard. You feel like you should have that physique because you're grinding away, but you don't actually have any structure. So how can you hope to deliver a specific outcome? You're just going into the gym and doing, 4 sets of 12, which by the way is the worst thing that you can be doing. Maybe you're, again, those outdated approaches. You're doing chest day, bench press, 4 sets of 12. There is a better way out there, but maybe you're even worse spot than that. Maybe you're just going in, hopping from machine to machine, training what you feel like whenever you're going to the gym, and no real structure. You don't know what to do with your food at all. And those are the things that are typically holding people back from results. So I did the digging. Over years, I refined my craft. I got myself great results, and I've helped hundreds of men do the same at this point by stripping back workload, actually doing the opposite, using more effective exercises, using less workload so that we could actually get strong in the gym, recover and progress, because I figured out what really is going to stimulate muscle growth. I figured out an approach to nutrition that is actually going to allow for some flexibility. It's going to allow you to enjoy a steak with your partner. It's going to allow you to enjoy the odd drink with your friends. It's going to allow you to stay consistent even when you are traveling for business, like plenty of my clients do. So even if you're on the go, we can make it work. This meant that I finally had an approach that could overcome the things that are typically holding people back. And that's why I'm super excited to show exactly what we've been building. And that is something that is designed for driven men who want to be taking steps forward. Because you're ambitious, you don't want to be held back by your fitness, but simply you don't want those other areas of your life to hold back your personal goals. If you want to be developing your mindset, if you want to be in incredible shape and developing the skills, the organization, the mindset that takes you further in every avenue, then this is a program for you. And that's why I built the Pinnacle program. This is all about high performance. This is about giving you the tools to unlock that physique that you've always aspired to have and allow you to keep it using our proven methods that have been getting countless guys in the shape of their life as well. So how exactly does this work? Because it's not just another personal trainer sending you a PDF, and it's not another cheap influencer app. You already know that that kind of thing doesn't work. You might even have a little bit of structure in place, but something that you might be missing is that accountability to actually get it done. This is what these cheap apps get wrong. So we employ our Pinnacle training system. This is based on the most effective exercise selection. We will cut out all the BS that doesn't work. I've dug into the research and I know what exercises are going to be the best to deliver that outcome. Our hybrid nutrition plan allows you to be a little bit more flexible. It creates a very effective approach to nutrition. It allows us to educate you on managing your lifestyle, knowing which foods in what portions to be able to have, and having contingency plans in place so that you can still stay consistent no matter what comes up. And above all else, we deliver that through a first-class experience. This isn't a program where you are left to your devices. This isn't a program where you don't have clarity. This isn't a program where we just count your reps in the gym like a personal trainer would. This is all about us guiding you through every single step of the way. We work directly with you and guide you step by step to achieve the result, because everything on here is fully bespoke. No more cookie cutter programs that are not designed for success because they weren't made for you. Everything will be designed around your specifications so that from day one, you have full clarity on what you need to be doing to get that result. This is what allows us to get such great results. And then that communication and adjustment over weeks where we can build up those habits with our clients is what leads them to becoming truly unstoppable and achieving the pinnacle. So this isn't another PT counting your reps in the gym. This isn't another influencer app that's cheap and just gives you randomized workouts. This is pinpoint accuracy designed from scratch around you. And because it's so bespoke, I'll be honest, we're not the cheapest to work with. We pride ourselves on the quality of our results. We pride ourselves on trust and our clients knowing that when they sign up with us, they are going to leave with that specific outcome. For this reason, we have a few different packages because the service is bespoke to what you need to deliver that outcome. But if you're not in a position to be able to invest in your development, then this might not be the program for you. But if you have already had a bad experience and you've spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds for months on end with a PT just to get nowhere, then this could probably be what finally gets you in the right direction. Because what we can do is map things out and give you clarity from day one so you know exactly what you need to be doing to finally get results. No more guesswork. What we can do is give you the support so that you can finally stay consistent with a plan that is tailored around you and a bespoke service that guarantees that you can finally succeed. If that sounds like your thing, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link below this video because it would just be great to chat a little bit further with you, get to know you and where you're at with things, see what problems we can actually help you with to see if you would be the right fit for our service. So we have two options going forward from today. Option one is that you continue to try to figure it all out yourself. You think, I might give it one more shot, but let's be real, that hasn't been working too well so far, has it? So that's option one. Option two is that we finally make a change. We finally put aside the idea of, thinking I've tried this before, it won't work for me. I've tried it with this PT, that PT, because my mum was chatting to me the other day. She's getting a little bit older now, and obviously, her body's starting to catch up to her. She was never particularly active either, and she wanted to go see a chiropractor to sort out her back, but she didn't know if she could afford it. I said to her, you're not thinking about the cost of inaction though. You're only thinking about the investment. But what happens if you just stay the same? Do you really want to continue just going through things as you currently are? So we have the two options of continuing to move forward as you are, or the option of finally committing to making a change. If you want developments, if you want results, if you want a service that is just the top of the game, then please do feel free to book a call. It would be class to have a chat further and hopefully welcome you to the team. Thank you for watching. I hope to speak soon.